Hey my good friend, Sam Haymart with Test Driven TV. It is day 2 of the SEMA Show in Las Vegas, and Ford is once again dominating the news cycle. The big news story of today is the reveal of the F-100 Eluminator all-electric show truck, a Restomod with a, well, not a twist, but a jolt. What do you get when you combine a Mustang Mach-E with a classic F-100 pickup truck? You get the Ford Illuminator, a rolling showcase of possibilities for what you too can do with the all-new Ford Performance Illuminator electric crate motors now available. Using a classic 1978 Ford F-100 and the full powertrain and battery pack from a 2021 Mach-E GT Performance Edition, it has twin front and rear electric motors that produce some 480 horsepower and 634 pound-feet of torque. Built in collaboration with MLE race cars with a custom-built chassis by the Roadster shop, the F-100 Eluminator is unmistakably modified underneath from across the parking lot. It sits lower, has a meaner stance, and its new age running gear is clearly visible underneath. Painted avalanche gray with copper accents, they've married old and new with a set of custom 19 by 10 inch billet aluminum 3-piece wheels by Forgeline, combined with base hubcaps from the original F-100. All 4 wheels put power to the ground through huge Michelin Latitude Sport 275/45 19-inch rubber. The interior too gets a Restomod treatment with modern seats, a fully digital instrument cluster and steering wheel, a portrait-style center screen, and a dial shift selector, all courtesy of the Mustang Mach-E GT. Custom interior fabrication and trim out was done in leather and plaid. Slick! Under the hood as well, not an air cleaner and spark plugs, rather a window into the soul of its new powertrain control systems and custom-built chassis that frames out the Mustang Mach-E suspension components. Listed by Ford Performance under part number M9000 Mach-E, the Illuminator crate motor is available now for purchase from your local Ford parts counter with a retail price of $3,900. The motor drive unit has 281 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque and weighs in at 205 pounds. It can spin up to 13,800 RPM and has an output gear ratio of 9.05 to 1. Now listen close, the crate motor package includes a high voltage motor to traction inverter harness, low voltage harness connector, and vent tube assembly. What's not included, however, are the control system or battery pack you'll need to power it, the inverter as well. For those already spinning the wheels in your head, the unit is water cooled, as are the rest of the components you'll need for the build, so radiators and coolant need to stay on your bill of materials. It's designed specifically for a transverse mounting with power out on both sides, a differential inside. So it's not really for a traditional front engine rear drive installation. The F-100 Illuminator build is really a way to demonstrate a suggested serving of what the next wave of the Restomod movement could look like. With Ford offering electric crate motors and eventually, they tell us, the rest of the puzzle, such as inverters, control systems, and battery packs, it could really make for some very interesting builds. The cool thing is that because there are no emissions, it's street legal in all 50 states right out of the box. Imagine the possibilities. The idea of building an electric project car is daunting. It might even be intimidating, but think about the possibilities. There are so many old classic cars out there that, they're not muscle cars. You don't see them at Barrett-Jackson, but they would be fun to do a build on with electric power, modern powertrains, and do something like this with. I think the possibilities are just really exciting. And the thing is, look, some of you might go, electric sucks, where's the big V8s? Look, if you've never driven a 600 to 1,000 horsepower electric car with all of that torque and traction, you haven't lived, man. You gotta give it a try, and once you do, you'll never go back. Trust me, you gotta do it. You gotta do it, because this is gonna be exciting to see what people do with this kind of stuff down the road. Anyway, SEMA, it's exciting. We're back on track. We're going to be on floor all this week covering the latest builds and all of this stuff. So click right here and see our SEMA playlist, all of our content that we're producing this week. And better yet, click right there, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll keep you notified of all of it.